No one can do it better. No one can do it better.
Alright, welcome back to the World is a Ghetto Entertainment. Today I bring to you a new video. Check this out. This is like breaking news. This is new. As you can see by the title and thumbnail, Tony A fires or lays off Norbeez. If you guys don't know who Norbeez is, he runs the Run the Fade podcast and was a co-host on News with Norbeez and, did podcasts with Tony A here. So, he fires him because of his racist remarks that he did on his live about 2-3 days ago. I posted about that, so y'all can go check that video out too. After this video, y'all can watch this video, then check the video out before this, so y'all can get some context behind it, and y'all can really put the pieces together, and y'all can just have your own opinion on the thing, and y'all just leave a comment down below on what you guys think. But we got this video. It's gonna be a long video, so I don't want to take too much of your time, but salute to whoever's watching, taking time out of their day to watch my videos. Salute to that. I really appreciate that. So make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, comment down below. It helped me a lot. And no further ado, let's get into it.
Welcome everyone. This is not a regular podcast interview, if you will. This is something that I immediately want to get into. It was brought to my attention on Monday that just passed that a certain person, and this person being Norbert, or most of you guys know him as Norbeez, went live Sunday. I won't get into it too much until I hand it over to him. Went live on his page, Run the Fade, and was addressing certain podcasters. Some things were said. The next day, I believe, somebody sent me a clip of him saying certain words that I disagreed with. I strongly disagreed with him on those bad, poor choice of words. But I'm not going to clarify anything for him. I need him to clarify it for himself. So we're just going to jump right into it. So Norbert?
At least he got him there to clarify his own things, He didn't want to just speak for him. He at least got Norbeez and be like, look, I'm not going to speak for Norbeez. Norbeez is going to speak for himself. So that's one thing that, I can respect in a way.
To bring people up to date on what we're going to talk about, because we're not going to talk about it for a long time.
Yeah.
On Cinco de Mayo, you were sitting right here. Marvelous was right here.
Yes.
And we went live. We had a great time.
Yes, a very great time.
Okay. So you left, and at any time you can chime in. You left. You went home.
Yeah.
And you decided to go live.
Yeah, I decided to go live because I think before the show ended, somebody had sent me a clip of a podcaster talking about another podcaster, which I spoke on that live. And pretty much I was doing a reaction to that.
Okay. Now, just to ask, because we had already went live here.
Yes.
And we had...
And the live he's talking about, I already did a reaction on that, so y'all can go check that out. I break that whole, live down. I get this in that live. He was just going crazy on everybody. He was going crazy on everybody, to be honest. He wasn't even crazy on me. He called me a chismo. So y'all go check that video out. I get dissed. I catch some strays. But yeah, he dissed a lot of people in that video. I guess the people didn't like it. People did not like it.
Possibly about 2,000 people watching. We had a great time.
Yes.
What was it that motivated you to go live, that you couldn't wait for another day? Because it was already late. I'm assuming it was probably...
Yeah,
That is true. That is another true point. They already did a whole 2-hour podcast, 3-hour podcast, and he had a few drinks in him, which he admits. He says he was drunk, which it's no excuse for what he said, but he was drunk, and he still went on live to say the things he said. Like, there's no point. You already did a 2-hour podcast. You should have said everything you had to say on that podcast. Why you had to go on a separate live on your own channel and say even more? You could have saved that for a different time. But I guess not.
It's pretty late. I'm also pretty surprised myself that I don't know why I decided to go live at that time.
Okay.
Most of the time, usually when I leave here, I just...
Hey, is it just me, or does Norbeez and Tony look nervous? Could just be me.
Go home, go sleep.
Right. Okay. So you went live, and like you said, you started talking about a certain podcaster that was talking about another podcaster and you were doing your reaction.
Yes.
In the midst of that, you said
Adam
certain
22.
things that were brought to my attention.
Yeah.
People made reactions.
Yes.
And I'm just going to flat out and say it. The way they clipped that video and the words that you used made you look like a racist. That's the picture that they were trying to paint of you. So please clarify that. Why those choice of words? Or
He didn't make him look like a racist. He just looked like a racist, you know, because he said racist remarks. He really did. He did. The way they clipped it wasn't a way to. They didn't clip words together. They clipped the whole sentence together, and you can see in the video. It doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like a robot. It sounds like he said it because he did. You know, whoever clipped it clipped sentences together so they can show you guys that they're saying the same thing over and over again.
where did those words come from?
Those words, and let me start off by saying, Tony, that first I want to apologize to all the people that, you know, found it offensive. That wasn't the intention. I didn't mean to use those words to like offend anybody. It was just poor judgment in words because I was trying to describe a certain act,
Yeah.
a certain of that situation that I was talking about.
Yeah.
And that was my mistake, and I will own up to that. I shouldn't have used that word. Trust me when I say this, I regret it 100%. That's not me.
And for those of you who don't know, the word he used was monkeys. You know, and y'all can go watch that clip. I ain't gonna say all the things he said just to say, but the word he's talking about right here is talking about, you know, monkeys. He used that word and he added a race to it, and he called a race, you know, monkeys, which was wrong on his part. You know, y'all can watch my video on that. You know, it'll be linked in below and on down below, or y'all can just click on my channel and it should be there, like a couple videos down.
Anybody that's seen me throughout the years here know
Right.
that I don't talk like that.
Okay. And I'm going to bring up the word because the word that you were using was monkey.
Yes.
What does monkey mean to you in the context of your reaction?
Monkey it's when I use that as, I guess you would say, an analogy,
Okay.
I meant it in a way where it was always in my mind two things: monkey see, monkey do, and then circus animals.
Okay. Circus animals. Now, I've heard you use monkey before. I've known you for about 2 years.
Yeah, yeah,
When I saw it, I knew what you meant,
yeah,
but I needed to talk to you about it.
yeah,
And I can see how people can take it wrong
yeah,
because many times you will talk about a certain podcaster
Yeah.
on your podcast.
yes.
And I want to make this thing clear. The things that you said were not said here.
No. No, they weren't.
Where were they said?
They were said on Run the Fade podcast. My podcast.
Okay. I bring that up because
But the reason they said Rhodium Radio co-host was because he is a co-host of Rhodium Radio. And what is he known as? Mostly, he's not known from Run the Fade. He's known as the Rhodium Radio co-host. That's what he's most famously known for. Everyone knows Norbeez from Rhodium Radio. That's why they said Rhodium Radio co-host. That's why they said it.
everybody, at least with me, kept saying, this guy on your platform, you know, this guy's a racist on Rhodium Radio. Rhodium Radio supports racism. Tony is probably a racist too if he supports him.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting. And I got a lot of phone calls.
Yeah.
People telling me, what's up with this guy?
Yeah.
I mean, my friends were hitting me up telling me, what's up with this guy, bro?
Yeah.
They weren't saying, we think he's a racist or we think you're a racist. They were just saying, why those?
It's true because the black community, you know, I seen a couple videos and they weren't happy with what Norbeez said. They were not happy with what Norbeez said. You know, I seen like a couple videos. I can't name the channels off the top of my head, but you know, they weren't happy. They wanted to do something to him. From what I heard from the video, they're like when they catch him and blah 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 blah, this and that. So you know, yeah, people were upset.
those choice of words.
Yeah. And before you go any further, Tony, let me apologize to you because because of my actions, my poor choice of words. Somebody out there clipped that with the intent to make me look out like a racist,
Right.
and with the intent to pretty much what's the word? Pretty much trample your career,
Of course.
by not aiming it towards my platform, but using it as a weapon to aim it towards you, when you literally had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
In the hopes that these people that posted this edited clip would just actually damage you and get me in trouble with the black community.
Yeah.
It was malicious. The attempt was to hurt me and you, and it's horrible for me to believe that these guys, they didn't just make it about you and me. They made it about everyone. I saw the comments, Tony. They started more negativity out of it because they wanted to just make you and me look bad. You literally had nothing to do with it, and all they could do is say, that's Tony A, that's Rhodium. And again, let me apologize for that because of my actions. These people took advantage of that to make you look bad.
You know, Norbert, all week I've been getting phone calls, at least 3 phone calls a day. Friends of mine, and I say it this way because of what we're talking about. These are black friends of mine that are in the music industry.
Yeah.
And they watch News of Norbeez. They seen our platform.
Yeah.
And they know you're not a racist. They just said, well, why his choice of words? Like, what's up with that? And I said, you know what? That's something he's going to have to clear up.
Yeah.
Now, when I've heard you in the past,
It was a bad
use the
choice of
word
words.
monkey,
It was.
I
You
know
should have
you
never
would
said.
say,
You should have
you
never
would
said
mention
that.
the podcaster's name, and then you would say, look at those monkeys, and refer to them as ass kissers, dick riders, yes men, cheerleaders. I get that. Oh, look at they're jumping around for their master, their ringleader, or whatever.
Yes.
So I can understand. See, but that's what you meant. The people that heard that didn't know what you meant. They only heard what you said.
And that's and I'm not gonna lie, it's not like the original one was any better, but the way they edited only made it seem like I was directly going towards the black community. So aside from apologizing to the black community, I've also apologized to the brown community because that's the one element that they made sure to take out of that.
Yeah.
And even though some people will say, well, even if he said brown, well, what's the difference?
Yeah.
It's for me, it's a big difference because
He did call, the black and brown community monkeys.
when I should have just generalized it, I use horrible words that I shouldn't have used in that context.
Yeah.
But because these people wanted to intentionally hurt me and you, they clipped that video to only aim it towards the black community. Not once mentioning that the brown community was also part of that. So, like I said, my apologies to the black community and the brown community because...
But how does dissing the brown community make it any better? Like, how is you dissed the black and brown, so how does it make it any better?
I did insult both at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that Run the Fade episode still up where people can see it?
Yes, and I said it on my one of my lives that I'm not gonna take it down as a reminder of when not to be.
If people would go back and look at your, how long was it anyways? How long did you go live for?
I want to say about 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay, let's just say 30 minutes, okay? If people were to go on there and look at the whole 30-minute reaction that you gave, and then they take the little clip, which was how long? Maybe 8 seconds? I don't know.
Yeah.
Would they be able to get that out of this 30 minutes? Like, would they be able to say that he didn't mean it like that?
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, a lot of people, black and brown, were able to say that I get what he's trying to say. Right. Just the wording was bad. And I totally agree with that. The wording was bad. Had I used different terminology or a different analogy, it wouldn't have come out that bad. But I made the mistake of doing that, and I definitely own up to it.
Yeah.
But...
Norbert, let me just take the time to say this before I forget. Because not only was I affected, but Marvelous too, because you sit in with Marvelous on Marvelous Minds.
I do. Yes.
Okay, so he also got a lot of slack that people were saying. And the thing was, they weren't referring to you as a racist. They were just saying, what's up with these racist remarks? Anybody that has known Norbert, met Norbert, or watched Norbert in his podcast, you guys know that he is not that guy that they portrayed him to be.
No.
But it is very important for me to bring him on and have him clarify.
You know, I'm just gonna skip right to like where they fire him or when they lay him off, because I'm trying to make this video too long. I'm trying to make this video watchable. It's probably gonna be a 30-minute video, so I'm just gonna skip to where they fire him, which is like right here.
I think it's only right, as of right now, for us to go our separate ways. I cannot have you here on this platform.
Which is crazy because we can all agree here, everyone that's watching, I'm pretty sure y'all can agree that Norbeez was loyal to Tony A and Marvelous. You know, he was their ride or die. You know, he defended them like crazy. You know, and for them to just lay him off like that, I feel like it kind of was wrong, but it's understandable in a sense. If y'all get me, y'all get me. But you know, Norbeez was loyal to Tony A. That's all I'm saying.
And allow possibly another mistake like that to happen.
Oh, I agree. That you shouldn't have somebody like that around, Tony.
You know, and I don't think you're a loose cannon, Norbert, but look, so many people, since I've started this podcast September 11th, 2019.
Yeah.
It's going to be 5 years in September.
Yeah.
Whoever didn't agree with me came at me.
Yeah.
And I withstood.
Yeah.
And those people are still angry. And they wanted to
I'm
use this.
Did attempt to also involve him in this, where he had nothing to do with it either. So please, I didn't really have any support at all. Sorry for mine, but it just makes me really happy how so many people at the end of this, right here at Rhodium, did become supporters.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, and I want to thank everybody who supported this platform.
All right, so this is going to be the end of the reaction. Comment down below what y'all think about this. Just comment down below your thoughts. I like reading your guys' comments. I like knowing what you guys think from a different perspective, from a different view. That's why you guys watch this video, to watch my view and my perspective and to keep up with the news. So respect to everyone watching, respect to everyone, showing me love. But this is the end of the reaction, so make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, comment down below. And other than that, it's the World is a Ghetto ENT, and I'm out.